Let's talk about Java conventions and clean code. Alright, we found back at Hytale once more, and in this short coding tip over here, I want to talk about both Java conventions as well as clean code. This is nothing too insane, but the idea is that as we've gone through the entire Java introduction over here, you have seen me use certain, let's say, ways of naming things. For example, this is just the example here of the third exercise. A class always started with an uppercase character, whereas a field, for example, or a variable or a parameter always started with a lowercase, and then every subsequent word over here, so for example, for tool to mine, the tool over here, the T, that is lowercase, while the to and the mine over here are both starting with an uppercase character. Those are called Java naming conventions, and they're actually quite important to follow in, I would say, 99.99% of cases. You want to follow them because then just the name itself tells you what is going on. This block class over here, I basically will immediately know that it is a class because I can see that it is written with an uppercase B. You might say this is so unimportant. This is extremely important, and you will run into this, especially if you just mix and match. That is the worst thing. At least be consistent if you don't want to follow the exact conventions. There's a great article on this, which is very, very old actually, here on the Oracle website, which is the naming conventions, and it's a archive from 1999. So who knows how accurate this one is, but basically it tells you, right? Interfaces should be capitalized like class names. We have classes, they should be capitalized. Then you have packages. This is what I've told you, right? Where I have net.Kaupenjoe, and here, for example, for sun.com, you would have com.sun, or Apple has com.apple, and then there's different sort of examples here. We also have constants, right? So final variables usually are done with the uppercase and then separated with an underscore. So those are the very basics and basically the bare minimum Java conventions. If you just follow those, that's totally fine. Like I said, you don't have to follow them. It is a convention, right? It's not a rule. It's not even it's not a law by any means, but it's just an idea. Finally, there is a thing called clean code. Now, clean code is there's a huge book and like tens of books written about it. Now, the idea is just that your code explains itself, so you don't have to continue to write so you don't have to write excessive amounts of comments. One idea, for example, is naming your variables, right? This is not the naming convention as in how to write them, but what to name them. Theoretically, I could also call name n over here, right? There's nothing stopping me from doing that. The naming conventions, the Java conventions just say, hey, you just want to use a lowercase character, so why not call it n? Because n is a horrible. What does block.n mean? No one knows. Block.name, however, now that's pretty good. So every time you make a variable, every time you make something that's not in a for loop, for example, right? For I, that's totally okay. But even there, sometimes you can actually create a name for it, right? So keep in mind, every time you make a variable in whatever capacity it might be very useful to not call it calc over here, right? Even calling the calculator calc, why? There's no reason to abbreviate things. Abbreviation, in my opinion, is a very, very bad idea when it comes to naming certain anything, basically, right? Be it classes, fields, methods, variables, whatever it might be. Don't be tempted and try to make them short. At this point, it doesn't matter. They can be really long. If they describe what they are perfectly, that is much more important than having it succinct for whatever reason. I will link a bunch more resources down in the description below as per usual that you can read up on, and you can sort of further immerse yourself within all sorts of these things. I really, really highly recommend you continue to learn on. I really encourage you to continue to learn on top of all of what we've learned previously, because that's just one lesson that's quite important to learn as well, and that is the learning is never done, right? There's always more to know, there's always more to discover, and especially in programming, things keep happening, right? There's more tools, there's more different programming languages, all sorts of these things keep happening. So you've embarked on a crazy journey, but the journey basically is never going to end, which is actually something really cool, because that means you'll always have something to do. But that puts a bow in it. So number one, you should know the Java conventions. Like I said, those are linked below, as well as other resources on clean code, making sure you write certain things correctly. You're not verbose with your methods, that they don't do too many things. Like I said, I highly recommend you give it a read over here, what I'm going to put down there. It's going to be a really good idea. But that's going to finish it with this video right here. Hope to see you in the next one. So, yeah.